Pagbasa po ng articles of impeachment kay Vice President Sara Duterte na sana ay sa Lunes na, June 2, ay naging June 11 na. Sa kabila po nito, tiniyak naman ni Senador Jinggoy Estrada na tuloy ang impeachment trial at hindi nila inaabandona ang paglilitis ng mga reklamo laban kay VP Sara.
Hindi raw nakonsulta ang mga senador sa desisyon ni Senate President Francis Escudero na ipagpaliban ang presentasyon ng Articles of Impeachment at pagkukonvene ng impeachment court laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Una nang nagdesisyon si Escudero na sa Vice Presidente. Sa June 11 na rin o last session day, magkukonvene ang Senado bilang isang impeachment court. Sabi ni Senate Minority Leader Aquilino Coco Pimentel, labag sa rules ng Senado na hindi agad tinugunan ng Senado ang impeachment complaint.
Kasi ang tinulungan niya yung sabi niya tulot sa akin, tinulungan niya yung long table ulit. Sabi niya dahil dito, kailangan yung points of view, baka nakalimutan na ng lahat, walang siguro nakapansin. Very now existing na ang spirit ang directive ng schedule na yun, kung puno ang schedule, kung puno, meron ka ng puno ang plate mo, may impeachment ka, at saka meron kang legislative, unahin mo si impeachment. Yan yun eh. Hindi nyo pagkaintindi ko ng spirit ng rules namin.
The former president in the Philippines, then there will be reconciliation.
No, that's not how reconciliation works.
Okay.
You don't put conditions to reconcile.
After hinting at reconciliation with the Dutertes, the president is now pushing back, rejecting supposed demands from the former First Family's allies. Meanwhile, the axe falls on more cabinet officials as the president, Menardo Guevara, is out and he's been replaced by a woman, UP College of Law Dean Darlene Berberabe. She took her oath quietly, even before the appointment was formally announced. Berberabe previously led the Pag-ibig Fund and was among the shortlisted contenders for the Supreme Court Associate Justice role. There's been talk that Guevara's exit may have been triggered by his decision to recuse himself from representing government agencies in cases linked.
That was a factor at all because if you recall, there was a strong clamor for the termination or removal of Solicitor Guevara at the time. The public perception that gave rise to this clamor must have been about his taking the opposite side of the issue. But you know, he and the president had a conversation about this, and the president respected his ethical decision. Now, if there was a reservation about his professionalism at that time, the president could have already removed him. Si Soljan Guevara has been there since the beginning, no? And maybe it is time for him to go to another venture. The president accepted his resignation to allow for fresh blood to come in.
This is retiring General Romel Marbin and Kingdom of Jesus Christ leader Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. President Marcos says Torres' mission is clear: to keep criminals on the run.
Si Presidente always demands performance. Kahit na ano yung pinagawa sa'yo, you must have, you must exhibit some high degree level of performance. So maybe that is one. I'm not going to discount that. But there may be other qualities of General in comparison to the qualities of those others who were not given this responsibility. Lahat ng promotion, reward yan, ano? But most promotions are given on merit. So let us assume that this was given on merit because, you know, it was not an easy decision on the part of the president. He considered, to my recollection, 5 names.
Well, what will I tell the new chief PNP? He knows the situation, and I will actually tell them, carry on what you are doing, because we have very good statistics para feeling safe naman yung mga tao.
Also out of the administration, Commission on Higher Education Chairman Prrd. He's being replaced by Commissioner Shirley Agrupis. The palace has earlier announced leadership changes to the Foreign Affairs Office, Energy, Environment, and Housing. Retained his trust, Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin, Marcos's economic team, Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro, and the Remulla brothers, Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla, and Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin. Wasn't enough, and that the President himself should take the blame by leaving his post. But Marcos made one thing clear, he's not going anywhere.
I will resign. Ba't ko gagawin yun? At wala sa ugali ko yung tinatakbuhan ng problema. So, what good with that? You know, I don't do things pang optics. If there is a problem, I like to fix it. So, that's what we are doing. So, expect us to be doing a rigorous performance review. You don't put conditions to reconcile. When you want, if you're sincere, you want to reconcile, let's sit in front of, ano ba talaga problema? Ano ba, paano nangyari ito? Tanggalin natin ang problema. Pero isasabihin mo, hindi ako makikipag-usap hanggang ibigay mo sa akin ito. Eh, wala pupuntahan na.
Yeah, and that condition
tapos na. That's not reconciliation. That's not even a negotiation. That's demanding.
He also again denied playing any role in the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte, who will be tried for fund misuse and alleged against the first couple and the House Speaker. The House Prosecution Panel was supposed to present the articles of impeachment to the Senate on June 2, but Senate President Francis Escudero moved it to June 11 to give way to legislative. Asia survey shows most Filipinos don't support removing the VP from office. But lawmakers are questioning the surveys after they failed to predict the results of the midterm elections.
We also need to understand if these surveys really reflect and mirror and others are saying that surveys are really to condition and to form a narrative beneficial to a certain group.
We have to take it with a grain of salt. Nakita rin po natin kung anong resulta ng survey sa ating senatorial election.
The same poll showing that his trust rating improved slightly but still way lower compared to the Dutertes.
Madaming ibang survey, just don't base it on one. Let's look at other surveys before we act. Know your source. That's always a imperfect information makes you make imperfect decisions. The more perfect your information, the more perfect your decision.
Long-awaited deportation and return to the Philippines. Teves's camp called it kidnapping, even comparing it to Duterte's case.
Kasama po sa pattern of harassment and persecution na sinasagawa po ng kasalukuyang administrasyon laban sa mga Teves, at hindi lang sa mga Teves, sa ilan sa kanilang mga kalaban. Attorney Harry Roque, marami po si Pangulong Duterte ka po mismo ay ginawa rin yun Mukhang tuwan-tuwa itong administrasyon na to na sila ay nangingidnap.
But Degamo's widow, Pamplona Mayor Janice Degamo, welcomed the move.
Sa court kami magkikita po. Palagutan niya yung ginawa po niya. Excited po ako dito kasi nafe-feel ko many will come out. This isn't just about the governor's death, Ruel's death. Others will come out.
Despite having some questions on his arrest, Teves says he's ready to face his charges as well as his accusers.
I just won with finality my case in extradition, but they used another thing about expulsion, which technically I still had a few days to reply. Useless discussing things. Sa totoo lang, of course, malungkot ako dahil syempre makukulong ka kahit hindi ka pa convicted. At least, maano na rin, matapos na rin dahil kahit nung nagkorte na sana mabilis yung kaso. I know my conscience is clear. So ang sa akin lang, sana lang mabilis yung proseso para matapos na.
Handa na po kayong harapin si Mayor Janice Degamo?
Wala naman problema. I mean, I can face
anybody. Spokesperson Harry Roque faces an arrest warrant of his own. He's in the Netherlands also seeking asylum. The DOJ saying He left the country through illegal backdoors and is now working with Interpol. But the Department of Foreign Affairs clarifies Roque did not use multiple passports to exit the country.
Ang mahalaga, talagang sa kanyang ginawa dito. At depensahan niya ang sarili niya. Eh, hindi pa nga nagsisimula ang lahat, tinatakasan niya na, di ba? Kaya sa batas natin, flight is an indication of guilt. Kaya
Renewed rumors of unrest in the armed forces following Duterte's ICC arrest. Bronner says they won't be shaken by noise and warned those sowing doubt, do not